5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Hit it.
Yo, 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 what's good, people? It's your boy Fadlan Effendi, aka NinjaTea, co-founder of Blockchain Sensei, with Mr. Harding and Keison Rigg. We're inside the place. It is currently 6 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. You know the vibes. Every single Monday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 UK time, Blockchain Sensei, the game, which is a free weekly stocks and crypto Zoom webinar where we do live technical analysis, deep dive into fundamentals, and have industry special guests. Now, tonight's special guest, we got Tim, aka Crypto Papi. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? You know we're inside. How you doing, sir?
Muy bien. We got the branding Crypto Papi on the t-shirt. Make it an NFT one day.
Jeez,
wait, is that NFT for sale? Can you buy that?
I'm working on it. It's in the making. He's got a chain and everything. But it's in the making.
Love
now,
that.
you know why I'm so excited to interview Tim, because not only is he a C-suite executive, so he's very, very high up in a centralized exchange called Coinstores. He is also the founder of his own crypto fund called COINHOUSE Investments. And I think this brings a very, very interesting dynamic in the world of employment and entrepreneurship, because Tim is both. He's conquered the ability to run his own company and also have a high-level job. Now, this is something that's not really spoke about. And usually when people have high-level jobs, they've got to keep their business on the side, their side printer, do you know what I mean? Their wage multiplier on the side. But Tim's been very public about it. So much so that he has actually publicly mentioned Blockchain Sensei in an article. So I don't want to dismiss this. I think it's very, very important. So let's go to Tim's Instagram. It's T_finessing, right?
Yeah, T_finessing Crypto Papi, aka.
Yes, aka the Crypto Papi. So let's just go straight to the article, because I think this cannot be dismissed. Inspirational Black men and women of the C-suite. I don't want to butcher your name. Can you say that?
Timeyin Akerele. Don't worry, Nigerian.
There we go. Of Agile North Consulting on the 5 things you need to succeed as a C-suite executive. An interview with Julia Hemmings. Invest in people. Hire the right people and fire the wrong people. Love that. I can relate to this because I'm responsible for most hiring and firing at Blockchain Sensei, including interns. Shout out to the interns. I read that the cost of a bad hire is estimated to be 3 times higher than the salary paid, demonstrating the responsibility for HR of getting hiring right. Love that. I've wasted days of my life putting out fires and solving issues created from employees that did not take their job seriously. If the person does not fit in the company and is not happy to be there, it is better to let them go as soon as possible so that you can find someone better suited to the role.
I gave you guys a shout out down below. They're like, what are the important companies that can you gotta keep scrolling down for your shout out. You gotta keep scrolling down.
Keep scrolling, bro. Keep scrolling.
Oh yeah, you could type in Blockchain Sensei. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of blockchain mentions in there, but
they see me scrolling. They hating.
There you go.
There are many businesses, projects, and podcasts that focus on creating pathways into industries by educating people and facilitating a route into the industry. For example, Women in Blockchain and Instagram pages such as Blockchain Sensei, COINHOUSE Investments, Different Routes Radio, Stock Pickers Academy. Big ups to our boys. Big ups to Debson, the GOAT.
You know, I went to school with him.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, he was in my school. Yeah, crazy. It's a small world.
Yeah, we do some crypto education with Stock Pickers Academy. So yeah, catch us in their public Discord. Make sure you join Blockchain Sensei Telegram. Yeah, make sure you join Stock Pickers Academies also. So yeah, thank you very much for the shout out. I originally met Tim. How did we meet originally? Was it at an NFT event?
It was either after Zebra Live or after. It was after an event, and then they have an after party in like some venue. I think it was one of these big events.
Exactly. So before we get into the nitty gritty, we're gonna do a little bit of news. Big ups to Storm
Before
on
we
the
do
news.
that, we got to do
Yeah.
a disclaimer.
Oh, disclaimer. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let me do a disclaimer. 1 second, guys.
Remember,
Let me just
guys,
load that right up. Let me
this
load
is a
that.
show how to play the game, because if you're not playing the game, you're getting played by the game. Okay. Disclaimer is my screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
It's loading up for me.
Disclaimer. Who's doing it?
I can do it. Oh,
No,
Keisha,
I ain't done it in ages. I don't know why I asked you. I wanted to do it. I ain't done it in ages.
Yeah, you do it, bro. Take the stage.
Cool. Boom. All our content, if you didn't know, is actually for education. And sometimes there is a lot of information, but we also like to provide some entertainment, mainly because that is the purpose of what we do. We should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets or place any trade. Ultimately, you need to always do your own what? Research. That's it. So our content is intended and should only be used for informational use. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. So if we say this looks like a good thing that I'm going to buy, it doesn't mean you should buy it. It means you should do your own research using the research methods that we give you to then go and think, oh, if Mike's buying it, let me see why I should buy it. Not just because Mike's buying it, I'm going to buy it. No, you don't bust us a lawsuit for that, bro. So it's very important to do your own analysis before making your own investment. I already said that. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. So let's do the roll call. If you're a financial advisor, please speak now or forever hold your peace. See, as you see, there is no financial advisors. So basically, you shouldn't listen to anything that we're saying. So please research and verify all information that you see on our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments, if you didn't know, actually come with a thing called what? All investments come with what, guys?
Risk.
Risk. That basically means if you put your money into it, it can disappear if you didn't know, because that's what banks do. So we're not financial advisors and do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are actually collaborating with several accredited financial advisors because we're certainly like that. So if you're unable to mitigate your risks and you don't know how much money you can afford to lose, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Disclaimer by Blockchain Sensei. You know, we got to keep it entertaining. We got to keep it entertaining like that, innit? Because we're edutainers. Right, that's that done. Do you want me to do the news slides?
I want to do Stormzy slides.
Yeah, bro. Come on, I got them.
Oh, you got them.
I got them.
Let's do a slide each. Starting with Keish.
Go on then.
Oh, you got to pull it up.
Oh, I wanted to do this one.
No, do it, bro. Do it.
So you know how I don't really like these apes because I feel like this slightly indirectly is a bit of a connotation about set man on the planet. Anyway, but the one thing I cannot take away from them is they are absolutely killing it when it comes to utility and value. I've never seen anything in my life. I've never seen anything that gives out value. We got to understand here. These guys, you bought one NFT. What did you get? You got a mutant ape yacht serum. Then from there, what did you get? You got the chance to get a kennel club. Then from there, what did you get? You got the chance to get Overside. Then from there, what did you get? Ape coin. And then from there, what did you get? You now get the sewer pass. Now, if you haven't seen the sewer pass video, go and watch it. It's quite interesting. They've launched a game whereby, depending on what you've got from the previous drops that they've done, the previous airdrops, free value that they've given to you, you can now make more free value and more free money. So all you've got to do is use the sewer pass to play the game. Whoever gets the highest score is going to be unlocking some additional benefits. And it's for a very short period of time only. It's just for like 2 weeks that they're doing this game in this little kind of online tournament. But again, as we know, whatever the apes do, the whole market does. So I think this is a big signifier that this year we're going to see a lot of play to earn stuff and a lot of crypto gaming stuff. And I can't lie, they've smashed it with this one again. I worked it out in total based on floor price and maximum highs. If you owned a Bored Ape and you sold everything, including all the free value that they've given you, they've given out over 140K of free value. That's if you sold everything at floor price and sold the tokens that they gave you at the all-time high, which is insane. Like that's like, whether we like it or not, this investment into a Bored Ape has possibly been one of the greatest investments of the last decade.
In terms of return for investment.
Yeah, in terms of returns. And the worst bit is the return on investment hasn't stopped. It still keeps going. They just keep like literally giving their community like money, and it's like it's mad. It's absolutely mad, and I want to see how other people are going to do something similar along the way. Still, I'm very kind of not really on this whole monkey thing. Still, I'm very bullish on the other side lands, and I need to get my act together and buy one of these other side lands because that's the one thing that's the cheapest and has got the highest volume. So yeah, do your own research on the other side lands. Next slide. I swear we had this news before. Yo, Keish, have we had this news before?
Yeah.
We've had this news before, innit?
No, I don't think I haven't seen this one personally.
About the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah, it was on last week's NFT Fridays.
Yeah. We had that.
I'm not gonna lie, the renders are looking kind of meaty.
Yeah, we've had these. Am I just on the wrong news?
One sec. Let me see the news that I got. The news that I got is completely different.
Oh.
Let me share my screen.
Oh, Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, you got that. Sorry, guys. It happens to the best of us. Let's whiz through the new news. Okay, cool. Let's go. This news was supposed to be for Friday the 20th, and that's why we're doing it today because we ended up streaming a different event. So big ups to Storm on news. Follow Storm Kunis NFT. Okay, NFT whale buys 69 DGod NFTs. For those that you that didn't know, DGod used to be on. Huh?
No, it's cool. Go ahead.
DGods used to be on Solana, has now moved over to the Ethereum network. The DGods community has been rocked by the anonymous buyer of 69 NFTs who paid over $1 million in a total, a sizable hoard, which he now plans to transfer to the Ethereum network. DGods has drawn a lot of attention in the Solana NFT area ever since its introduction. Compared to other projects on the network, it has generated the most trade volume in Solana. The project's migration to Ethereum was then just announced a month ago. DGods has attracted the interest of major investor in the most recent chapter of its journey. As a result, a trader of NFTs using by the alias Pokey paid $1 million to purchase 69 DGods. That's definitely like Anyway, 69 DGods NFTs from the Magic Eden marketplace. He did this by using the platform's sweep the floor option. There's a sweep to floor option, jeez. To gather the products, Pokey in his January 13th tweet promised to buy 69 NFTs from the project if he received 1,000 likes on Twitter. He also mentioned that he would buy them to support the... I need to make this smaller. One sec. 1,000 likes on Twitter. He also mentioned that he would buy them to support the pending migration to Ethereum. As a result, the tweet garnered nearly 3,000 likes, and shortly afterwards, a $900,000 purchase rocked the DGod space. Pokey is an extremely active collector within the NFT community, currently holding several Bored Apes and his personal ENS domain within his Pokey.eth wallet. So we could actually take a look at that, but let's dive into it on NFT Fridays. So on NFT Fridays, we will dive into Pokey.eth wallet. Next slide.
Give me a second because it's quite a little bit delayed for myself.
Oh.
Yeah, currently all I see is I can still see the screen like oh, there you go. Yeah, it's coming up now. So NFT hacker takedown by Binance team. So the NFT breach from last year was the target of a criminal capture by the Binance security team. The CEO of Binance, Chanpez Zhao, announced this information on Twitter on January 17th, 2023, and to apprehend the hacker. So he outlined that the entire affair started last year when well-known Turkish artists, I'm really not trying to butcher these names. Okay, I'm not even, you can read the name.
Just saying, they're a very nice person.
Yes, very nice person. That's why I'm not trying to butcher their name. Had their NFT stolen. And Zhao said that the Binance team made contact with the offender that spoke with them for a number of months. They eventually came clean about taking the property and promised to give the money back. Zhao quickly responded to a different Twitter user to emphasize that Binance and OpenSea are not partners and that Binance only seeks to assist if it discovers a suspect in any theft. And yeah, it's really not really, they ain't trying to make it easy for me today, man. Aslan Turk expressed his relief at hearing this information in public and praised the Binance team for helping to retrieve the funds. Users of NFTs will also feel relieved, since they now can have a little more trust in the sector. Okay, that's cool. I think that's cool, but like, I don't know. It seemed like they resolved the issue, but it's not like I don't feel like this is a continuous support thing. This is just like a one-off.
I hear you.
But yeah, pretty cool. All right.
Next. Oh, didn't know about that. Google Ads delivered malware leads to NFT god hack. Ooh. Be careful, guys. Be careful. So what's the golden rule of NFTs, guys? What does everybody remember? Golden rule of NFTs. Does anyone remember? You got to have free wallets. So here's the game of the golden rule of NFTs. Number one, you have a wallet to purchase. Number two, you have a wallet to send and receive. And number three, you have a wallet you don't tell anyone about, and you then store all your actual valuables in. So the wallet that you use to purchase, you then take that NFT and then send it to your safe wallet. But you never, ever connect that safe wallet to any websites or anything like that. Remember that rule, guys. So a wallet breach occurred as a result of connecting with a Google advertisement search result, and it happened to NFT collector known as NFT God lately. A Twitter post from January 15, 2023 disclosed the incidents. His computer was, this was a situation with NFT God who claimed to be attempting to download OBS, a program for streaming video. His computer system was infiltrated as a result of downloading the malware from a sponsored Google link and running the XCE file. He said that his social media accounts were completely compromised and his Substack subscribers received threats. He was horrified since all of the NFTs and cryptocurrency was also taken. So be careful there, guys. And if you want to learn more about NFT security, book a one-on-one session with the team. If you want the full thread, it's also available on our Twitter page. Go to the next bit.
He did go quite far though. He did run the whole EXE file, so it's kind of his fault.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. Unless it was the auto X, but I doubt it. Anyway, next, Ninja. So, GameSwift partners Casper Network to boost adoption for Web3 gaming. Do you want to do this one, Ninja?
Yeah, cool. So, GameSwift partners with Casper Network to boost adoption for Web3 gaming. A decentralized layer 1 proof-of-stake blockchain called Casper Network. Watch out for that. Let's do a dive on Casper Network. Is intended to accelerate developer and business adoption of blockchain technology. This strategic collaboration to connect Casper Network with GameSwift's infrastructure has been solidified by Casper Network, which has provided GameSwift a cash grant and trusted partner status. With the intention of developing to accommodate changing demands, this partnership between GameSwift and Casper Network is a significant step towards making blockchain experiences accessible to everyone. That's very important. The partnership will benefit users of Casper Network and GameSwift in a number of ways. The integration of GameSwift's infrastructure with the Casper Network, which will include the integration of GameSwift ID, platform, and chain via the GameSwift bridge, is one of the most interesting features and expected to happen in early Q2 2023. Let's watch out for the Casper Swift partnership with the Casper network and GameSwift partnership as of Q2 2023. Last slide by Storm. Digital fashion start.
Oh,
Saikai raises $9.5 million and launches first NFT. Keith, do you know this one? Like, you're the fashion guy.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah,
he's a fashion.
you sharing it, bro? I can't see it currently.
Yeah.
I've got a horrid delay. I really can't.
I got it. Alex
Please
DeLong,
go.
former chief digital officer of Ralph Lauren, created the digital fashion business Saikai, I think that's how you say it, and was garnered $9.5 million in a series of funding rounds. Well done to her. Reddit co-founder Alexis Harnian's venture capital firm 776 led the investment round, additionally taking part in the financing where Brevin Howard, digital lead out capital, first like sorry, only those that know. First Night Capital and Polygon Ventures Group, according to Delhunt Saikai, which is pronounced Psych. Oh, so it is spelled Psych. Will use the funds to expand its leadership team as it starts to incubate prospective designers. A total of 987 Keystone NFTs are being produced by Psych. They will be distributed to industry leaders in fashion, and Web3 will cost 0.2, about £250 at the time of writing. Not gonna say that this is one that you definitely need to pay attention to, but you definitely need to pay attention to this one. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, next.
That's it.
Right,
Okay, there is something
that
I would like to.
We had.
What, you got more news?
We got the actual news, the whole bloody news.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I got something I want to.
5 minutes.
I want to touch on, but I think we'll do it after our guest.
Okay. Cool. Can we see my screen? Sorry about this, guys, because we had to do the NFT Friday news as well. So Genesis Crypto Lending business files for bankruptcy protection. Genesis is now broke up, bankrupt, finish, gone. Fed sees almost 700 million FTX assets in Sam Bankman-Fried criminal case. Probably not all the money he's got under his bed in ledgers, but oh well. Signature Bank pulls back from crypto transactions below 100K. Now, if that isn't a sign of elitism, I have no idea what is. Unless you got 100K, homie, you can't play this game. Crypto's not for you unless you got 100K, y'all. So that's kind of started now, guys. So like I said, you might want to start getting some ledgers, guys, or some hardware wallets. National Australia Banks create stablecoin called AUDN. There we go. That's another CBDC. The DCG suspends dividends amid distress at Genesis unit. Not looking good for DCG there. Binance launches off-exchange settlement solution Binance Mirror. Nexo reaches landmark resolution with US regulators. Very interesting for DeFi. And DeFi project 1inch Network launches a hardware wallet. What did I just say about hardware wallets? Now, this screen here, you might want to look at in your own time, because this shows the VCs, what bags they're actually holding. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're, like not on vesting schedules, but it might give an inclination into some of the things that they might slightly still believe in. So again, I would do your own research and look for correlation on certain platforms that are there. Harvey. Man, I've got a really bad throat there. Anyway, Genesis owes creditors more than 3.5 billion. So these are the companies that might go down because of the money that Genesis owe. And then top 15 play to earn projects by active users. I keep saying it, guys. I keep saying it. If you're going to get into play to earn, you might as well do it now, because the startup costs are a lot cheaper now. You're going to regret it in about a month's time when it costs you triple the price to get involved in some of these games. And what the most important thing that we're looking for with games is the amount of users, because if you ain't got users, then you're a pretty shit game. And we can see Axie Infinity's users are actually around 99.7K. That is a lot of users, guys. Let's not be fooled. So yeah, I would base survival on increases in users, and just general users. So Benji Bananas, we already know, is a banger. And that's not really going anywhere. And you get ApeCoin for playing that. And then the other one is Stellium. I don't know about this one, but I'm going to be checking it out. So that's that. And then the general market overview. It's been a good week in crypto. It's been pretty green. The fear and greed is now at 50, so we're slap bang in the middle. And then, yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up there. So that is that. Let's go to our guest. Sorry about that delay on the news, guys. Had a lot to get through there.
All right, Tim, Crypto Papi. Well, go on, sir.
Look, you can call me T or Timeyin, but not Tim. Because Tim, I feel like Tim is like a maths teacher. No offense to anyone called Tim. But I feel like Tim is not like, it doesn't really reflect my brand. So Timeyin, or you can call me T.
Okay. I'm about to go live on IG right now. 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Live now. Okay. Zoom link in latest IG story. Tap in Zoom now. And I'm gonna tag you T_finessing. All right. So you prefer Tim or Crypto Papi? T. Oh, homie, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. They want to get involved. T, Timeyin, or Crypto Papi?
T, Timeyin. I said that correctly. Timeyin or Crypto Papi?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get it. Money Mondays. Let's lock in. So, for those that don't know who T, Timeyin, or Crypto Papi, if they're not familiar with who you are, could you please introduce to the world who you would describe yourself as of January 2000? Because we're always redefining ourselves. Had this been a conversation 6 months ago, you would have said something else.
That's true. Okay, cool. For 2023, I'm a crypto fund manager. I run COINHOUSE Investments, crypto fund. I also work for an international crypto exchange called Coinstore. I like the word coin, apparently, because I love crypto. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. And I also run a consulting firm, but my main love is crypto. So that's why I'm here. And
also, on that, Coinstore is actually one of the only places I've seen that you can actually buy town coin. And those of you that are the hardcore play to earn players out here, my Town Star gang, you know about what it's about. We're taking over the block. So get that. Guys, I'm giving you a mad shill here, guys. Like, crazy shill. This exchange is one of the only exchanges you can buy Town Stars coin called Town. This is not investment advice.
Have you got the ticker?
Town. TOWN.
Yeah.
TOWN. Okay,
it's the number one game on Gala Games.
We're big on gaming. So yeah, we got Gala Games listed with us. We've got loads of, because do you know why? Because Coinstore is actually originally from like Singapore, Southeast Asia. So we've got a lot of users from Southeast Asia, Africa, and a few in Europe and America. But we're trying to be the next Coinbase of Asia and Africa. So that's what we're going for in the long run. That's like
say that again. Coinstore's trying to be what?
The Coinbase for Africa and Asia. You know, like Coinbase, the big finance.
Obviously, I know what Coinbase is. I'm an OG Coinbase guy, man. 2015.
Yeah, exactly. But, so they're trying to be the Coinbase for Africa and Asia. So the
why are they specifically targeting Africa and Asia and not trying to just be the biggest exchange?
Because firstly it was started in Asia, in Southeast Asia, but mainly because I think there's a lot of traffic. I found out like there's more adoption in Asia. I know Africa, Nigeria personally, there's a lot more crypto adoption than there is like in England.
In the UK, yeah. For example,
crypto winter.
Did you know
it's still going off in Nigeria? There's Bitcoin machines everywhere. People are buying crypto still. So
you know what? I always bring this up. First of all, where are you from originally?
Originally London, but yeah, my family's from Nigeria. I'm born and
Okay,
raised,
amazing.
but yeah, I got to
Amazing. So I got crazy love for my Nigerians. For those who've been following me for a while, you know, I've got a rapper friend called Joshua. Shout out to Joshua. Yeah, he's Nigerian British. I went to my first Nigerian wedding a few months ago, first African wedding, mind you. And Nigeria and Indonesia actually have quite an interesting relationship because Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world. Nigeria is the fifth most populous country in the world. Nigeria is one of Indonesia's biggest customers for Indomie because Indomie is Indonesian and Nigerians love that. So Nigerians are like some of our biggest customers for Indomie, and also now both Indonesia and Nigeria are in like, I don't know if it's top 10, but definitely top 20 crypto adoption. I believe it's around 17 to 21%, which is insane. Like for both Nigeria and Indonesia, where in the UK it's like 8%, 7%.
Yeah, I was looking on a little map. It said
over 2x.
There were like 3 Bitcoin machines in the whole of England, and in like Nigeria, there's like hundreds of them. So yeah, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy how the difference is.
Have you been out to Nigeria and checked out the crypto scene over there?
Well, I go every Christmas. I was meant to go for like Nigeria FinTech Week, which was cool, but I'm gonna try and go this year because I didn't make it last year. But yeah.
You've been to Nigeria FinTech Week?
No, I was meant to go last year, but I ended up going to like LA Tech Week instead. But this year, I'm gonna go.
Guys, honestly, Tim's social media is like the epitome of, yeah, this is the crypto life. You know, people look for that crypto life, like the guy who travels and is always at like BTC Miami, or I can't remember the exact event. This is the guy. This guy, like, if you go to a major crypto event in London, you can catch this guy outside.
If people who want to get into crypto, if you ever work in a big crypto exchange, half the time they're going to fly you out there anyway. So like, hopefully they're going to fly me out to Consensus. I think it's in Texas. They're going to they fly you out to like where the big events are. So if you're looking to get into crypto and you go to a big exchange, or any big company in crypto, they're going to send you out to those events. I mean, mainly for networking, obviously.
What would be, I think one thing that people are very interested in is because our blockchain Sensei, we actually don't know because we've actually never had crypto jobs. So how do you get a job in crypto for those that are interested? Because like we're not the best people to ask.
I mean, look, I graduated, I did my MBA and it was pandemic. So I was like, I wanted to be a consultant and no one was hiring. So I'm like, let me look at crypto. I love crypto. Why don't I try to get a job in crypto? Went straight to Binance. Binance ignored me. I heard they like to only hire people from China. I don't know if that's true, but I know that my application didn't even get a response. So I don't know. That's just what I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. Like financial
Binance, you need to start hiring some Nigerian brothers.
They need to diversify because I don't know any Nigerians in Binance. So they need to, you know, get some people in there. But anyway, so then I went to LA Token and they hired me straight away. They were a Russian exchange. Had a good time there, learned a lot, but I needed to move on to a bigger, better exchange. So I flipped it to Coinstore with my experience. But yeah, love my time at LA Token, but Coinstore, the people are nicer.
So literally LA Token, that was your first ever crypto job, and now you're in your second ever crypto job.
Crypto job. I was there for like a year and a half, and then I moved to
Bro, you moved up quick in that company.
Yeah. I found out in that company a lot of people didn't speak English as a first language. So it was easy to sign out in sales and like in
oh my days. You see, bro, you've just hit the nail on the head. There is so many people, yeah. And one of the things I always say is do not shit on jobs. So many entrepreneurs are on this whole having a job is shit, having a job is dead. Yo, if you're getting flown around the world, you're getting 50K a year, you're getting exclusive access on tokens. You get to meet
people. I met like the CEO of SafeMoon, CEO of CumRocket. Like you get to meet these people, go for drinks with them. They invite you to other things
what it is?
because of that job. It's all because
exactly. It makes sense to do. Like if you are working in a job that is aligned with your interests, you're not working. There is different. You are working, but you're not doing a job. That's the difference.
You're enjoying yourself.
You're getting paid to learn.
Yeah, there is work. It's called work when it's growing you. It's called a job when it's doing nothing for you apart from paying money.
And especially if you're remote, because then if you're remote, you can learn, you can do your thing, you can learn from the job, but you can still go to events and then do other things. But if you're going to an office every day, it's kind of harder if you don't love what you're doing to, you know, to kind of feel like you're loving.
If you're working a job, not the job is working you. So if you're working a job, most of the time, like you are doing, perfect example, you can use it to grow your business.
Exactly.
Duh.
But yeah, this is why entrepreneurs don't need a real job. It's great to say until you actually have to pay the rent and you've got a bad month in your company, or you've hired new staff and your cash flow isn't quite there. And it's not like you're broke and your business is failing. It's just that you get bills, your car might break down, you hire 2 new people, you're like, crap, we don't have enough money. And it just helps to have like a job in the background where you can you've got
all that cash into the business.
Exactly. 100%. You can put it into the business, you can pay your bills, you know, you can make your life a little bit less stressful.
100% agreed. Like I always say it, like throughout my entire time, like I just don't get. And again, the ultimate thing that I think you get from it is networking, and you never know who you're gonna meet. Never. Like you will never catch me not at. In every year, I aim to do at least 3 to 4 freelance event jobs, just because the greatest contacts I've ever met in my life have all come from being on an event job. So if that's what's worked in my life, why would I stop doing it?
Exactly.
Like mad. Like our first client that got us to write a white paper, met them at an event.
Yeah.
Whilst I was working a job for something else. Like one of my biggest students that I have met them at an event where I was working. So it's mad.
Crazy. LA Token sent me to California to a yacht club event. It was like part of like Board 8 Yacht Club, but it was California Yacht Club. They sometimes do joint events, but this was Cali Yacht Club. I went there, met all these celebrities. I was representing LA Token. Next thing I met some people, I loved them, hired them for my personal company, and then met investors for my personal company as well, and met clients to list for the exchange. So it was just like one event, and you meet like so many people that are now part of my life, and you never know who you're going to meet at the next event just by by chance.
The other thing I'd throw on that, I think it's dangerous, especially Web3 builders. I think Web3 business owners and builders, it's very likely that you're spending 90% of your time in your house on Zoom or in Discord. Whereas, unfortunately, business is built belly to belly. Like you gotta
wait. Let me spit my famous bar. The famous bar is this, for those of you that have heard, and for those of you who haven't heard, I hope you can take this in. It might be the blockchain, but the best business happens off chain. There is no substitute for IRL. In fact, at the absolute extremity, I would rather not have Discord and Telegram at all and only have WhatsApp and text and call plus IRL than no IRL and Discord and Telegram. Discord and Telegram is not a substitute.
Can you repeat that bar again? There's a word I want to add something in. So it was, what was it?
It might be the blockchain, but the best business happens off chain.
Okay, the best business happens off chain on the block. Let's add that to it.
Whoa!
Jeez. So we're trying to be kings of the block. Get me? Be like man like Tim.
Stop calling me Tim.
Sorry. It flowed too easily, bro. Man like Tim flows better than man like Tim.
On my name on this YouTube.
Make sure the title doesn't say Tim. Make sure the title doesn't say Tim.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay, I'm not gonna say man like. I'm gonna say Killer T. How about that? Killer T, Mr. T, Big T. Big T. Big T at the block. There we go. Right. Anyway, I'm chatting too much. Anyway, carry on with this interview. I'm just destroying this guy's name. Sorry.
All right. Back to T. So, Broski, how long have you been investing in crypto? What's your original crypto story?
Well, first crypto I ever got into was, of course, it was Ethereum. Probably most people's is Bitcoin. But I thought Ethereum was going to do what Bitcoin did. And I was like, yeah, I could see like Ethereum hitting Bitcoin numbers. So I went heavy on Ethereum and Cardano. Ethereum and Cardano at the beginning.
Yes.
And I believe in Cardano so much, and I believe it's going to help Africa, but the price isn't reflecting how good Cardano is yet. That's what I think. Do your own research. Do your own research. But I think Cardano is got the
no cap. Let's just go to the blockchain Sensei history on our YouTube. What did I just watch? CoinDesk, Charles Hoskinson.
That's my guy, Charles. That's my guy.
Charles is an absolute bad man when it comes to like his streams. This guy just jumps on and just speaks his mind, and he does it like
why Charles
multiple times.
Charles is a GOAT because he's one of the only people in this space that when he's talking, you understand what he's saying. He translates it. He makes it relatable to everybody. Vitalik does not do that. No way.
Oh, no way. No way he doesn't. No.
At all. I can't show Vitalik to my nan and be like, yeah, this is the technology, this is what I'm doing. I can show Charles to my nan.
Someone told me, I can't remember what they said, that really smart people can make something really complicated and they can explain it to like anyone and make it sound like really simple to anyone. So when you're using all these technical terms, you're trying to sound really smart, it's actually like, it's not, anyone can do that. It's when you can make anyone understand it. And that's what Charles does. You can just like, he just brings it down to earth and you're like, I get what he's saying without all the fluff, and it still makes sense. So yeah.
I think that person that might have said that might have been St. Jerome because he said that to us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my Ethereum hesitations is actually Vitalik.
Yeah.
Like I don't like everything about Ethereum makes sense. But then when you just go down to the CEO, I'm like, this is not where I want to put my net worth. Guys, I want everyone who's got, because I know there's loads of you, and it might even be including T. If you have most of your net worth in Ethereum, just look at Vitalik and be like, if you sat next to him, would you want most of your net worth in this man's company? And for me, it's no. So that's why I don't have like, there's like people in crypto with like 50% of their portfolio in Ethereum and 90% of their net worth in crypto. So basically half the net worth in Ethereum. And I just don't think it's wise. Right, I don't think that's the way to go forward. I'm not a financial advisor, but you have to think of things very logically when you put all your money somewhere. So I know a lot of people have like all their money in Ethereum, literally like 80% of the whole net worth, and sold their house and bought ETH. Just think, when you look at Vitalik, is this where you want to put your net worth? And it's not where I want to put my net worth.
Are you one of those people? Do you one of the people that invest in like the CEO of the business or the owner of the business rather than the company? Because that's like I don't know who it is, like whether it's Bernie, I don't know, one of these really good investors, they invest in the leader rather than, and like the management team, and that's like the company culture. Because if you
that's more my investing thesis.
Yeah. I try to.
That's why I really like Polkadot. That's why I really like Cardano.
Yeah.
Because when I listen to Dr. Gavin Wood, I'm like, oh, you're smart, and you seem like a sniper. You seem like you're not going to fuck up.
Yeah, because business is people. People are business. So if you can't...
Vitalik's the kind of person that if he were to go to jail, he'd be like, it's cool because I got people working on my immortality.
Yo, imagine Vitalik in jail. He get munched.
Get munched up still. yeah.
I also don't like the fact.
Yeah, but at the same time, money talks. If you're going in like Vitalik in jail, bro, you got like, look, I'll send you an ETH. Just get me some protection. Bro, you be making hits. You be calling hits in the prison. Yo, get that guard shot. I'll give you 10 Ethereum right now. Like, bro, cash, power. They can't take that away from you. They can't take your crypto.
That's so true.
They can freeze your bank, but yeah.
That'd be mad. Someone needs to do an animation of that. Vitalik in jail, or just doing like little mini skits of these different CEO founders in jail and seeing how they survive.
SBF in jail.
That'll be jokes.
That'd be crazy. Although I reckon Charles would handle it, I reckon he can throw punches.
Yeah. No.
Seems like the kind of guy that does jujitsu. Do you not think? Nah, Nah, everyone's laughing, but they agree with me. They agree with me.
I don't know. I don't think any of those crypto billionaires, I mean, they're all getting like murdered, aren't they? So they need to work on their security or their martial arts.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
True. Oh, mad. And so my question for you is your radio show, your show. How did that start?
Different Roots Radio.
Yes, get us on, mate. I've listened to 2 episodes.
Yeah, get on. No, we could use you guys. All right, this is how it all started. It started with sad times. George Floyd. We were in lockdown, and George Floyd happened to me and my classmate from my MBA in Manchester. He was from he's Canadian Nigerian. I'm British Nigerian. He's Canadian Nigerian. He's like, look, let's do a podcast. Let's talk about this shit. So we started talking about like Black Lives Matters, what it's like growing up in Canada, what it's like growing up Black in England. Like police stopping my car, and some of my white friends being like, you get stopped by police. I'm like, bro, I used to get stopped by police all the time growing up. So just like kind of differences. And then we kept on going back into business. We kept on talking about entrepreneurs, and we're like, you know what, why don't we do lifestyle, social issues, and business? Because that's what we're interested in, because that's kind of what the podcast went into. So all the guests we got on, we tried to get women, people of color, minorities, and then we're like, let's just get entrepreneurs like you guys from like different backgrounds and talk about their journeys, their lifestyle, like social issues, what they care about, like tips you can learn from their business getting started out, and then mistakes they made, inspiration, that sort of stuff. So yeah, we've been doing it for about 2 years. We slowed down a bit last year because, you know, Boron and traveling and going to Miami and all this crypto stuff. But
just a job.
Podcast or LA on a yacht. I'll be right back, bro. Hold my drink. So yeah, we took a little break, but we're back now. We started interviewing a few crypto projects, but really any entrepreneurs learning about diversity. We interviewed an actress and she talked about what it's like being a woman in the film industry and like sexist people in Hollywood and directors trying to get you to do things. We talked about all sorts of crazy guests. Yeah, really interesting. You get to learn about
shameless plug.
Yeah, different industries. Different Roots Radio YouTube channel. Check us out. Different Roots Radio, DRR. But hopefully
we'll put them in the description. We'll put them in the description.
Shout out. Yeah, you'll see our blockchain Sensei in there hopefully one day.
And then also, if you check out the collaborator post between Blockchain Sensei and CoinHouse Investments, and or from my personal Instagram to T's Instagram, you can find all links to CoinHouse Investments, Coinstore, and different Roots Radio social medias in the description.
So, because we have people with their own projects that watch our show, and we have sometimes VCs and all sorts watching, and incubators and all sorts watching. If somebody wanted to get a coin listed, how do they contact you?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. They were basically just reach out to me on LinkedIn or pretty much LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. They're all pretty much Timeyin Akerele, Crypto Papi. The details are in there. But the cool thing about Coinstore, you can list a token anywhere in the world. So they've got, we have SEC licenses. We can do America. We can list you in Iran if you want to be listed. Like anywhere in the world, we can list a token. And we also have a good partnership with Indonesia, which is interesting. Yeah, got him to look up.
Well, I happen to speak Indonesian very well.
Yeah, we've got to deal with the Indonesian.
Maybe Coinstore Investments are looking for an Indonesian representative. Hey, let me just say, as the co-founder of Blockchain Sensei, any crypto company want to give me like a little contract, I am not too stushed to work a job. I've not had a job for 4 years because no employer has gave me the right job. But for the right job, like if somebody said, Ninja, do you want to be the content creator of Cardano? Yeah. Ninja, do you want to be the Indonesian connect of Coinstore? Yeah, let's work it out. I might not be able to work 40 hours a week, but 5 to 10 hours, let me say publicly, Coinstore want to give me a part-time job. I'm not too good for that.
Yo, that's facts. That's facts. I said the same thing to Coinbase. Yo, if Coinbase come hollering at me, yo, I'm gonna go work for Coinbase.
And this is
one thing I always say,
talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crypto jobs.
As long as you can be yourself, like that's what's important. When I left my uni, I did loads of jobs, and my parents were like, "You got to cut your hair. You got to cut your hair. You got to go corporate." I'm like, "It's not me. I want to be me. I want to wear my chain. You know, I want to wear a blazer now and again. I want to wear a chain. I want to wear a hoodie. I want to wear a shirt.
You want to listen to a bit of grime whilst you send your emails. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So
So,
whatever you do, guys, be yourself, and it's gonna make you happy.
Work in a place where it allows you to be you 100% and grow into you
Exactly.
1000%.
Authentically you 100%. You don't have to put on a.
Yes, that's so important.
And that's hard. It's hard.
I got a question for you about it's kind of on topic but off topic. Manchester. So Manchester is an incredible place.
Bro,
What was the crypto scene saying there?
I miss Manchester. I did my MBA there. I loved it so much. I ended up staying there for like another 2 years after I graduated.
I did the same. Stayed for 9 years. You got me.
Oh, you took
One section.
you took the piss. I spent the whole of lockdown up there, and there wasn't a lockdown. Everyone was still having house parties. Like Manchester was buzzing. But for crypto, I went to a couple of events up there, but they're not as good as the London ones. All right, but they're not as good as the London ones. There's not enough money behind it. But strangely enough, no matter when you go to a crypto event, wherever you go, I find wherever you go, you're going to meet some useful people. And I met one of my business partners, cryptos, and they do Bitcoin socks, Bitcoin ties.
Oh, yeah, they're sick.
Yeah,
oh
Bitcoin cufflinks.
Old.
So I met him at the event in Manchester. So I met him, and I met a couple of other cool people, cool projects. So I'm still in touch with. So no matter where
I need some socks. By the way, everyone got socks at me.
I beg you hook up a
My socks are drying outside. My Bitcoin socks drying right now.
I got you.
I beg you set up a meet because I would be well. This is what I want to do. I want to be able to say we're giving away a pair of crypto socks on every episode of the game. That would be
yes. Become a sponsor. Yes,
you should do it. I'll put you guys in touch with them. I'll put you guys.
Yeah,
one pair every episode. Fantastic.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, I'll get you guys in touch. You want to be memorable out here, but yeah, that's the thing. So Manchester not as big for crypto, but wherever you go, if there's I went to Romania last year for a crypto event, and it was insane. Romania. I never thought I'd go to Romania in my life, but it was amazing. But because once you put crypto people together. You know what we're like when we're together. You got crypto people in the same room. It can be anywhere in the world. We're all gonna get along.
Yeah.
What's
the what?
What's the crypto scene like in Romania?
I went to Bucharest, and it was for a crypto event called Crypto Data. And they were launching the first blockchain car in the world. And like this is a smart ass car. The founder of Tesla was there, not Elon. This guy called Yeah, the other geezer, Martin Eberhard, I think, he of Tesla. He did a speech there, then they unveiled the car, and it was like, it's a super smart car. It reads people's like phones, like electronics around to like tell you where the accidents are, and it learns as it drives. It does all sorts of crazy stuff. It's a smart car. So yeah, it was cool. And then they did like clubbing, after parties, and yeah, Romania, they had a lot of really nice cars. Like, so the crypto money was getting them a lot of really nice cars. Like in the car parks, it looked like the Fast and the Furious. It was crazy.
Mad.
Yeah.
So out of everywhere you've been in the world, where is the one place, if you was in crypto, you would say someone needs to go for networking?
Miami. Oh, I would say Miami, but Miami is if you want to party. LA, California, if you want to work and you want to make something, you want to meet people, you're going to make businesses, launch NFTs, do
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, exactly. But Miami is cool if you've made your money and you want to go to Miami and ball out. But I personally couldn't see myself living and working in Miami and making any contacts that weren't going to like take 20 years off my life from like just excessive partying. That's it. LA, you can do some. LA's like LA, but they're serious crypto people. Everyone wants to make money. Hollywood. Yeah. There's motivation. Miami, it's just bikinis, beaches, and like, I got a Uber. The guy was driving a Tesla, and he's like talking to me about crypto, and I'm like, dude, why are you using a Tesla for your Uber? He's like, oh man, that's what we do in Miami, and like, nice Tesla Uber driver. But the guy's like, I've got like a couple Bitcoin. I got into Ethereum like 10 years ago, and I'm just like, and you're driving an Uber, and he's like, yeah, because why not? I mean, I've got nothing else to do. So it's like, yeah, Miami's different. It's different.
Mad.
Yeah.
mad. That's where you go when you've made the money, I reckon.
Mad. Just become an Uber driver and meet cool people.
Yeah, and just chill out. And
just chill them and just be like, yeah, so you might want to check this out.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine you're just an Uber driver that hands people ledgers. Yo,
It's
that's probably
sponsorship
what I'm
night.
gonna do. I've just
Yo,
decided.
yo,
I'm a
guys,
billionaire.
let's
spend one
stop
day a
being
week doing that.
selfish and let's start opening up the floor, man. Because I know Crypto Boss. He's come on camera because he's got questions for Crypto Papi. He's not messing about. Crypto Boss has had his hand up for a while.
He's ready.
He's not just sat there for no reason, mate. A big man thing. Let's stop being selfish. We see Tim about all the we see T about all the time. So let's give Crypto Boss the opportunity. I know he's got a question. Go on.
I really don't have any questions. And I just saw you guys had your screens out. I was like, okay, let me put up my video as well. Don't be shy.
Crypto Boss, even if you didn't have a question and you need to come up with a question because I put you on I put you on heat now. We've got a lot of crypto fund manager here. It's not every day.
I was just usually I soak it in, then I have to rewatch it because you must, a lot of stuff goes over your head. But I was really, I was listening to him. What was the places that, like how he went to Romania and like Miami, the different places that NFTs are booming and much people knows about. I like that. It's still I think it's still a young space. A lot of people may be confused about NFTs, or I don't think, as you guys said, it shouldn't be really called NFTs. It should be called something else.
Yep, digital collectibles.
Yes, because I think digital collectibles gives a different ring, because everybody's like, so what is an NFT? Or well, it's a non-fungible token. Then they get more, it's like they get more lost when you tell them that. So,
yeah.
I think digital collectibles, you guys should patent that before somebody takes it and starts to run
Reddit
with
already
it.
beat us to it.
So, somebody beat you to it?
Yeah, Reddit did it, and then all their stuff's been selling out, even in the bear market. Just bam, 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 bam.
Annoying. I remember that 2 months ago they came out with something, man.
That's what it is. You just got to word things the right way instead of overcomplicating things. That's what it is.
Facts.
I've got a mission for you, Crypto Boss.
Tell me.
How far is the Cayman Islands from you?
Cayman Islands right there, Virgin. Can swim on a good day.
Just went one swim away. One couple strokes.
It's not far. It's
Trip,
like
that's it.
I'll fly to Trinidad and I should get a direct flight to the Cayman. Yeah. It's like maybe an hour and a half away.
Wow. It takes me an hour and a half to get to Central.
Central London, yeah.
Get to Cayman Islands at the same time. That's mad. Yeah, so I was gonna ask for you to go to the Cayman Islands and just walk around and just network and see what the crypto vibe is there, because
that wouldn't be a problem. I've been to the Cayman Islands about maybe 30-40 times. I used to work on a cruise ship. Every week we were there.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I just want to hear. I want to see.
You want to know? Okay.
Actually, what the vibe is there.
I can do that.
Because all the big companies are registered there. Binance is registered there. FTX did have.
Well, let me tell you a secret about the Cayman Islands. Since I was a little boy, the reason I liked the Cayman Islands is because they had what you call numbered accounts. People with a lot of money have invested in Cayman. It's an investment place.
Yeah.
It's stuff is a bit, I wouldn't say expensive, but it's one-on-one with the US dollar.
Okay.
It's been that way. Bermuda and the Cayman Islands are the only place. Hold on, please. When did they call me back on our live Zoom? Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah, it's a money place that rich people have been pumping their money for a long while. That's why Bermuda and the Cayman Islands stays how they are. It's like a high level place. So there's a lot of investment. So yeah, I can get you some info on that. As to what is going on in the Cayman, even Bermuda. I'll find out what's going on crypto wise in Bermuda. Although Bermuda is small.
I want to see the general vibe. If it's a positive vibe, if it's a negative vibe, just the general vibe. Intrigued.
Right. I can do that. I'll work on that for you.
Yeah, man. From what I understand, if the Cayman Islands say crypto's popping, crypto is popping. If the Cayman Islands say we're in a bull market, we're in a bull market.
The Cayman Island is where you go when you make all those millions from crypto, and you just, put it in a numbered account there, and you have access to your money through UBS wherever you go, Switzerland, wherever.
Mad.
There's a UBS bank in Cayman. Do you know who UBS is?
Yeah.
Yes. One of the big dogs.
They're big dogs. So, but yeah, I'll do that research for you, Michael. No problem.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's go to M for the next question. M, you've been unmuted. Oh.
How are you?
Hello. How you doing?
No, I haven't really got a question. I'm just actively listening. So no,
fair enough.
appreciate it. No, thank you.
All good. You enjoyed today's show?
Wait.
Go on. I enjoy all the shows. It's interesting because you were talking earlier about NFTs, and I remember a few years, probably it sounds like years ago now. It's probably 18 months ago. I put a few quid into them, but I personally felt like it was a bit of a, I don't want to use the word Ponzi scheme, but it was basically what's the right NFTs that you put money into, and being old fashioned, for me, I was going more around the art based NFTs, and I toyed with the idea of physical art versus digital or virtual art. So you had me thinking a lot around that. But no, I'm just sitting there listening, trying to absorb information, trying to be open-minded. I think, my history is I probably put a bit too much money into shares like, what would I put money in Tesla? I put a bit too much into Amazon, too much into Rivian, electric stocks. I put a lot of money in electric vehicle stocks. Many moons ago, I had quite a bit of money in pharma. I've taken that out now. I've got ETH. I pulled out a bit Bitcoin, so it was interesting hearing the chap earlier saying that he was definitely strong on the Bitcoin. So I'm thinking, okay, so is now a good time for me to go back into that?
Wait. Did you pull out of these assets because of price or because of fundamentals?
With depends on which one you're talking about, but it's a combination
so
of
let's
both.
Let's talk Bitcoin. Did you just need the cash during the time? Were you scared Bitcoin wasn't going to bounce up? Like what would be the reason why you'd want to sell Bitcoin?
I sold Bitcoin to buy ETH, being brutally honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And because I thought things were moving in the ETH space, so I sold the Bitcoin I had to buy ETH. I think it's, in hindsight, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Does that make sense? But if I had more money, I would have kept the Bitcoin and not gone down the ETH route. Because at one point the NFTs and everything else was again, ETH was the currency to use. So it all kind of connected towards that. So I've still got ETH, but I haven't reinvested in Bitcoin. And what I then did, I thought, right, let me throw a few quid into fine art. So I then took money that I would have put into Bitcoin, but put it into fine art, which is obviously a different asset class. So it's one of those things where it's what's right. And I think hindsight's a wonderful thing. If I could look back last year, I say, right, I made a mistake at that month, I should have put it into that pot. But then you never know where things are going.
Definitely, I get you. Yeah, I think a little bit of input from my side in regards to NFTs. It's not necessarily about the art per se. It's more so about the community that is being built around that, and also the value that they're given to that community through the NFT itself and its different use cases. Those are the main things that I would say. But I think fine art is an incredible investment, but it's more so a very long-term investment that might take like minimum 2 to 3 years to mature, or maybe like 5 to 10 years, depending on what type of art piece it is, or if it's with a new and emerging artist and things of that nature. So I think it's very good that you sound very diversified, which is good as well. So yeah, I think Yeah, it's just definitely testing options, understanding the market conditions, and seeing what's right. So, yeah, just keep your ear to the markets and continue making the right decisions, but always thinking the long-term perspective. In my opinion, I would say the best perspective is always long-term, like minimum 5 to 10 years perspective.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'd co-sign that. Like you said, Keith said that art is a long-term investment. Stocks are a long-term investment.
Yep.
Like I always say, like, you shouldn't make decisions on your stocks within, like, you yes, take some profits, yes, take like add some, but I would always say, like, we have to understand the way this game is played is actually in 10 to 20 year windows. It's not played in 6 month to 18-month windows. And I think social media, basically what's happened for investors now is there's too much noise and too much information. And this is why I tell people, one thing for absolute beginners, just use the weekly. Don't use the daily. Definitely don't use the hourly timeframes when you're looking at stuff, because what ends up happening is we compute all the noise and it makes us think that things are worse off than they actually are. So let's say, for example, I'm going to use Tesla as a perfect case in point. Look, if we look at Tesla right now, we're thinking to ourselves, oh my God, the last couple of months is terrible. Tesla's going down, it's crashing, it's all over for Tesla. If I now just click weekly and I zoom out, it's a total different story. And then I'm now seeing a really clear trend line.
Sure. And I think we spoke about this before. I think what I don't spend enough time trying to figure out when to jump in and when to jump out. At one point, I was about 30, being completely transparent, about 30 grand up on Tesla. And then from November last year to now, I don't even want to check, I'm probably about 26, 27 grand down.
Good. Don't check. That's the key. Is you want to have set times that you check, not like and those times that you check shouldn't be based on like, just treat it the way that the institutions check. The institutions check on a quarterly basis, so you should be checking in the same way. And the ultimate easy play that institutions do is the 200 moving average. They just follow the rule of, and statistically, I think I'm going to find the stats. I'm going to post them in all the groups. If you just follow the 200 moving average, I think it's like you're 198% more likely to be more profitable than investing in the S&P 500 and buying and selling and trying to do whatever. So perfect example, Tesla here, right? Look, crossed over the 200 moving average, crossed under the 200 moving average. So if you just followed that between there and there, 800%.
Right. But with your knowledge, I know you would have probably sold, because Tesla, the fundamentals of Tesla, it's funny because every single time something crops up, whether it's supply chain issues, whether it's pricing issues, whether it's there's all sorts of things that just suddenly think can. And then there was Twitter. What the Twitter purchase just seemed to nosedive.
Again, too much noise.
Too much noise, and that's the problem. Sometimes I think, and I like Elon, but I think sometimes just shut up and let the world be for a couple of weeks, months, and things will continue. But
what I would suggest to you there is don't listen to the noise. Look at the facts. So again, this is what happens, and this is what we try to teach on Blockchain Sensei is there's all that noise, but when that noise is coming out, all you got to do is go to the earnings report and go and look at the facts. So all that noise has been there for the last quarters, but the facts are saying 2 billion profit, 3 billion profit, 2 billion profit, 3 billion profit. So for me, the facts are good. I don't need to whatever's going on with Twitter doesn't matter, because what's going on at Twitter doesn't affect the fact that Tesla's gone from 2 billion profit to 3 billion profit.
Sure.
Like, show me companies that are doing $1 billion extra.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that's what you want to focus on. However, if it was the other way and we saw that Tesla's profits had gone from 3 billion to 2 billion to 1 billion, now you've got a different story. Now you get worried. But if it's going the other way, if it's growing like a business should over a period of time, that's the right noise. That's what you want to be listening for.
But generally, and it'd be good to see your good guys, because I think the analysts have too much say in the stock price movement. You know, or you only need one of the key analysts to suddenly say, right, he thinks the new spot price will be X, or and then all of a sudden, you know, those trends. I think Tesla recently did better because one of the analysts, I think, dropped the share price from target price from 3 something to 2 something, but all of a sudden now everybody seems to think it was the next best thing. But I couldn't understand why it was dropping anyway.
I'm gonna tell you something. That is the game. So the reason we have this show is because I was lucky enough to be taught by a director of JP Morgan, and one of the things that I was told is the news is designed to manipulate the masses. So even those analyst reports are designed to manipulate the masses. They're designed to get people to sell so that the institutions can get in and buy. So we did it. We covered it a little bit in last week's episode where we was going over like what's happening with Bitcoin. So I'll show you a perfect example on Bitcoin. All that's been happening recently is bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. What does that mean? That means that that's now a perfect time for the institutions to buy, because that I
can't lie, I've got evidence to back that. That's something that I wanted to bring up. So there was something that got released out in the news of recent in America, where basically a hacker has hacked their main supply of, I believe, oil and gas for all of their airlines, which has made them cease flights. And this was released out on the news, and the hacker that did it, or the person that did it, wanted to be paid in Bitcoin, right? And the news outlet actually stated themselves that, this is probably the reason why Bitcoin's gone up by 20%, because the US, right? I looked into it a little bit, you know. I just thought, bro, do you know how much money that's
100 billion
put into the market to move it? The ransom was for 4.4 million. What? How much billions is necessary for the market to even be manipulated to this extent? And as we've seen, the shorters are cut out, and what they're basically doing is pumping out the news, telling people to buy. So that's just an exact example of what the media are doing.
Right.
Yep. And our biggest and most famous analyst in the world is Kramer. And the markets do exactly the opposite of what Kramer says. Kramer, for the last however many days,
is always wrong.
Always wrong. Like statistically, always wrong. All he's been saying for the last couple of for the previous month was saying, "Don't buy crypto, don't buy crypto, don't buy crypto, sell all your crypto." What's crypto done? Gone up. So when Kramer starts saying it's time to buy crypto,
that's when you sell.
Yeah. So you can't. These analysts they're not paid to have our best intentions. They're paid to have the people that are paying them's best intentions at heart, which is to either bring the price down for them so they can buy more, or bring the price up for them so they can get out. That's what analysts are for. They are not any 90% of analysts that you see on TV, media, news reports. It's not for us. So yeah, just what I'd touch on that, because it's such a key point that I see. Oh, don't feel alone with that. Like, it's 90% of people are getting manipulated by the news and by the media, and just getting yo-yoed about. And it's a shame, because once you start looking deeper and you realize, hang on a minute, these same analysts, these same people that told me not to buy or that have changed the rating, they've gone and bought. But why have they gone and bought? Because it's at a cheaper price now. So the perfect example is Bitcoin. Do you think, if you're an analyst, are you buying Bitcoin at 19K, or are you buying it at 25K? Of course you're buying it at 19K, but what are you going to tell everyone? It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Stay away from it. Because if you're a big respected analyst and you're telling everybody when it's at 19K that it's rubbish and you should stay away from it, it might drop down to 18, might drop down to 17, which is better for you. So that is the game. And that's what we're here to do, is to expose the game so that you know how to play the game, so you don't get played by the game.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I appreciate that. Cheers.
No worries. Let's go to DJS. I know you just joined.
Hey, good evening, guys.
What's good?
Unfortunately, I always manage to join late due to other prior commitments, but I try my best to join in regardless of however many
We
minutes.
appreciate your effort, man.
No. I appreciate what you guys are doing. It reminds me of how the guys at Earn Your Leisure started out, and I know members of the group tap into what they're doing. So I just want to say, it's a shame, yes, there's about 8 or so people on the call today, but I just want to put it out there that I respect and appreciate what it is that you're doing. As Michael just says, it's about the game, educating people about how it's being played so that you don't get played.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yes, thank you.
So,
on that point, before we wrap up, I just want to show somebody some information that New Money did an article on, and we know one person that you can listen to that is right 90% of the time, but the media tries to slay him, is Michael Burry. Michael Burry's right literally all the time. How we found out the GameStop thing was from Michael Burry, and we found out about that like 3 months before it started popping. Now, Michael Burry's been saying that this whole inflation saga isn't over, that this pump that we're seeing now is just to lead into what happened in the 1970s. So where we are on this cycle of what happened in the 1970s is actually just here. So we've just started coming down. So that means inflation's going to come down and the markets will be up for a short while, but we can expect this.
Yep.
And then when that happens, guess what's going to happen? To calm it back down, the interest rates go back up again, life gets difficult for everybody, and then we're going to come down, and then we're going to go up. So the only way that they're going to be able to control the markets is by increasing the interest rate. And that would mean in the 1970s, we had the interest rate get up to around 20%, as we can see. Now, that would mean that bonds, anyone that was buying bonds now, in 5-10 years' time, when the interest rate on bonds is 20%, it's a total different ballgame. And this is why I think BlackRock are trying to tokenize bonds, because they need to find a way to get the masses into bonds again and to make bonds attractive. Because not only do BlackRock need that, the United States government need people to be buying these bonds, because if people aren't buying the bonds, you got a whole different economic situation. And so what can you do to make them attractive? Increase the interest rates, because if bond rates are normally 2%, that's a bit, ain't nobody trying to really get the 2%. Yeah, it beats like like what you're getting from your bank, but 20%, that would beat most cryptos overall in terms of the DeFi stuff. And I think that's where we're heading. So yes, we're in a slight bull run now, but be very careful. There can be a very sharp turn out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I think that would add to that as well, is where diversification comes in, having cash on the side and making sure that you're prepared for further dips, because as what we've been reading as well, market conditions will worsen and things will be getting worse. So from what we've been seeing, it's always good to have the diversification in multiple assets, but also to have cash on the side within different asset pools to them dollar cost average in to get what you've bought at a higher price for steel.
We've got 2 hands up. That's raised lots of questions. Okay, let's go M first. Oh.
Yeah, I think for me it's an interesting one, because I think you obviously mentioned about Michael Burry. I know Michael Burry is he's always gone short on Tesla, hasn't he? I think Tesla is completely overinflated and overpriced. And it's been interesting to see his tweet affair with Mr. Musk about the performance of the company and where it's heading. So it's it'll be interesting. Well, somebody will be right, or it could be a combination of it. But to the point that was just made earlier, so I think about inflation and cash really. And again, I'm open to be challenged. I think cash is probably arguably the worst thing you can have at the moment, because day after day, you're losing 11% just by sitting there and doing nothing with it. So I try and keep my cash reserves to a minimum, but it's trying to work out, well, what can I put money into that it remains liquid enough should I need to access the cash. I can, but it's actually still,
digital gold.
Gold, you think gold?
Digital gold, in my opinion, because it's a hedge against world affairs and things that happened. And when the world worsens, it will be going up. And if it's digital, like blockchain based, then you can have liquidity as any crypto.
Yeah, I'd say on that side, just to be clear, by what he means by digital gold is DeFi gold, not gold in itself. Because one of the things that's going to happen, that again, all these markets are extremely correlated. So one of the things that happens all the time is when the Dow Jones goes up, gold goes down. When gold goes down, the Dow Jones goes up. Guess what goes up when the Dow Jones goes up? Crypto and Bitcoin. So they don't, gold and Bitcoin very rarely tend to move together. Very, 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 very rare. So I'm going to try and lay this over the top so you can see what I mean. So gold and Bitcoin. I knew it might be a bit funny.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit funny. You might have to stretch it out.
To your point about digital gold, because it's again, I'm open to challenge, because I always preferred physical gold.
Yeah.
Because if everybody called in their certificates, then we all know there's not enough gold being mined to meet that demand. So someone's going to fall short. So I've always been afraid of digital gold. I always opted for physical.
Well, it really depends on who you go with. A lot of the platforms that have their digital gold, they're audited quite heavily, so they get checked regularly and audited to actually see that what you get is linked to the gold that you have. But there's also serial numbers that are linked to the actual physical pieces, and they are typically stored in a safe by the actual mine itself. So that's why I think it's quite safe. But yeah, I do understand how with certain gold or certain companies that you go with, it might not actually be face value actually what you're getting. But if you do your research within gold stable tokens, there's really not a lot of them, and I believe you will find the right one that is accurately audited and backed.
Okay, no, I'll do that. That makes sense.
And then we had a question from DJS. I think you had a question.
Yeah, my point was, I think when you were showing the two, I guess the diagram, and you were talking about Michael Burry. If you're able to go back to the chart, where did you say you thought we currently are?
People ain't gonna like it, but we are in for a very long roller coaster. Like, I think we are just here. You see my screen?
Yeah.
Where we're coming down. So just about here, where we're about to get this weird crossover. And again, that comes in nicely with 1971, where things just kind of started crossing over, and it was the start of the year. So I think maybe we'll have 6 months, max 6 months, if we're lucky, before things really start to show their ugly face again, and we realize, hang on a minute.
Yo, guys, I've got to go. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Signing out, love.
Take care, bro.
So yeah, that's my personal take on things. I don't think this bull market is sustainable in the slightest.
Yeah.
Like, no
Agreed.
way. Like, it's the fundamentals behind companies just haven't been strong enough. When you actually like analyze them properly. Yes, prices have gone down a lot on a lot of stocks, but they're still not quite where they should be to like completely do this whole great reset thing and to get things back to their fair value. I just don't think that we're there yet. So yeah, that's where I think we are, just here, about to get into this weird crossovery bit. And again, the evidence is there to back this up. If you look at the DXY, we're hitting this really nice support here, so, which would suggest that the price...
It's not showing on the screen. Sorry.
Oh. Is it sharing now?
If you were sharing the DXY.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah. I think it's just come up now. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's really nice support here. So this is like one of the clearest price level supports ever. And we've got our green candle there already, and this is on the weekly. But I don't think it's gonna go up. I think we're gonna have like this sideways channel for a bit, and then potentially we'll come down to the moving average, and then bounce off the moving average and steamroller up to here. So we got until we get to around this 97 mark, and then that's where, if it breaks this, I don't expect it to go below this. Like, that would take, and again, if it does go below this, then guess what you create? You create an inflation problem. So like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, if this comes down and the markets go up, great. But then if it goes below this, you create an inflation problem. So then it has to get dragged all the way back up here again, and then the cycle starts all over again. So that's my kind of take on where I think we're at with it. I hope that's made some kind of sense.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
I'll take the final question from Crypto Boss.
Yeah, just one quick question. When you're looking at the 200 moving average, were you looking at that when you say a stock is above? You're looking on the daily, the weekly, or the monthly?
Daily. So
okay.
for calculating my exits, that's when I'd use the daily. But for calculating amazing buys, like incredible buys, that's when, and like big macro pictures, that's where you use the weekly. So we can see this is on the 200 weekly. So this is showing us a big macro picture of what's happening. If we go to the daily on the DXY, we can see we're below it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, perfect.
Makes sense.
Thanks.
And then the same if we do the SPY, we're below it. So that would mean that we're still in bear. We've just come above it, just recently. You see that little green candle that just pops above it. Now, if this green candle pops above this trend line as well, then
we could say
season. But then would be in bullish season till about here, because you've got a really clear resistance there, and that would bring us back down again. So this would correlate, if we pop out of here, would correlate with the DXY going down. So that would make sense. But then it would also make sense that it can only go down so much because it's going to cause inflation. So then would come back down the other way.
Okay, sweet.
That's what I'm seeing. Obviously, I'm not always right, but that's what logic would suggest should happen.
Well, you're more right than most of these analysts, so anyhow.
That's saying, guy.
Another thing to add to what I was saying earlier about the gold situation. Another strategy which is quite simple as well is just having a stable token and lending it out and getting a yield on that. And while you're not using your stable tokens, put it with a major exchange that's not going to go in the next 3 to 5 years, or ideally in the next 10 years, and then get your APY from lending out that stable token.
Yep, I agree. But yeah, let's see what happens if we break this 23 mark as well. I'm pretty bullish from there, but not long-term bullish, unfortunately. I don't think this is around to get all-time highs. I think we'll be in a bullish area, but I very, very much doubt we'll get all-time highs. Like, we might get back up to, like, if the whales want to really mess with people, like really, really mess with people, we'll get up to like 50s.
Bro, if that happens, I'm gonna start laughing. I'm gonna be laughing because, bro, I can't lie. We need to catch these shorts, man. We need to catch these shorts.
No, we do. I'm ready for them this year. I'm ready for them. I'm ready.
We need to catch these shorts.
I'm ready. But yeah, great questions, guys. T, anything to say in closing marks or anything you're looking at, or any charts you're looking at the moment?
I'm a lot more bullish than you. I reckon we're going to all-time highs next year. But
yeah, next year.
Next year, not this year.
Not for this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I feel this year.
Yeah, 2024, without a doubt. Yeah, the next.
Yeah, 2024. Yeah, of course. Come on.
Yeah, this year. Yeah, you're right. If we're up to, I'd be scared if we go to 50 this year, to be honest. But what I'm excited about is what you guys were actually talking about in your news, which I was going to talk about, but you guys really covered it in the news. The Bored Ape Yacht Club, the sewer pass.
Yeah,
I'm trying to buy a sewer pass, play the game loads, and get a little Bored Ape token as like a reward.
Same.
So,
and this talking of that is why I'm saying people need to pay attention to some of these play to earn games, and that's why I've just come to Townstar, which is available on your exchange. Like this, like don't
sleep on the play to earn games. Like you said, Bored Ape Yacht Club has been one of the best investments with ROIs. So far, and it's still giving. So I always wanted to get into the Bored Ape Yacht Club Society, and this might be my chance to do it for kind of cheap-ish. So otherwise, I might get some land on the other side. So yeah, I'm looking at a lot. I've always looking at the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but now is a good time to buy stuff, NFTs, crypto for cheap, so that next year and the year after we can enjoy it. That's what I. Yeah. But do your own research. Do your own
research, guys. Please. But yeah, as you can see, Townstar starts to make a big gain.
Yeah.
Just look into that game. Look into Gala games. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Do your own research on that one. But yeah, let's end the episode there, guys. See you in a bit. Bye.